Hello, I'm Liam Latif, and I'm here with...
I'm Ginger Quest Cosplay.
Okay, well, we were talking a little bit before the camera turned on, and you've been in theater for a while. You've been doing cosplay specifically for a decade, yes?
Easily over that, yeah.
And what's kept you at it?
I just love the ability to take something that's 2D. It's not a real thing. It's something that was drawn by some amazing artist or game designer, and then making it something that's tangible and real, and then getting the reaction of whether it's kids or adults, and just seeing them get excited. That's something we grew up with. I'm very nostalgic with my costumes. That something we grew up with when we loved the theoretical idea, and then I get to make a Magikarp or something and make it real. Make it something that's actually, like, we can actually catch all the Pokemon, or we can actually, dress up as Batman.
Or Jinx's gun.
Or Jinx's gun, yeah. Fishbones is great, too.
Okay, what's been the most uncomfortable cosplay you've had?
Man, so I've done a lot of armors. It's my forte. I'm a 3D print artist and armor specialist. But definitely, so there's a game called Horizon Zero Dawn. It's very popular for the open world gamers, and she has a lot of really crazy armor. And one of them that I did maybe 2 years ago now was called the Tanakith Dragoon armor, and it's all hand raffia, hand woven. It's a really crazy armor for me. It took me a long time to make, very detailed. It actually won me one of my Master Championship awards. But it is so heavy and stiff. It's just the way the materials were. There was no way getting around it, and still keeping it authentic to the culture that it was based off of. So that was definitely the most uncomfortable. It was just a lot of layers, a lot of rigidness. I tried to shoot it in Joshua Tree, actually, in a desert setting, because it's a desert tribal armor. And it's hot, it's heavy, it's burdensome. A lot of armors are, though, so I kind of picked my own poison, and I keep doing it. So clearly I'm okay with it.
When you say hand woven, are you talking specifically you had to with a little pin and with string and doing it? Or what do you mean by hand woven?
It was actually all by hand. Just hand weaving this really thin raffia material, raffia, you wrap up a cute present with or something. I found a really cool Hawaiian family that I was able to order raffia that was actually made from palm trees and stuff over in one of the islands, and then use it for this costume. It was very tribal, Native American, Polynesian inspired. So I wanted to try to keep a homage to that. And it's this very narrow raffia material that I got to actually physically braid and weave and stick on to this costume. Tedious.
Yeah, to say the least. Okay, so either when you first got in, what was the biggest culture shock for being a cosplayer? Or maybe what's the biggest misconception?
Gosh, so when I first started cosplaying, well over 10 years now, it was more taboo. It was more oh, what a nerd, what a weeb. It was way more under the radar. We stayed up till 2 a.m. just so we could watch Inuyasha. There was nowhere else we could find this. We had to, sneak into the living room and turn it on quietly with subtitles. But now it's totally normal. So I think when I first joined the cosplay community, I was shocked by how many people there were that I could interact with and share my passion and my joy for. Because obviously as a kid and a teenager getting into costumes and cosplay, you're in school or in young crowds or college, you kind of got shamed. You were bullied. You're wow, what a weirdo. Yeah. But meeting so many cool people who shared the same passions, I think was the biggest culture shock in the best way.
Yeah. So. Definitely, I come from a very rural area, and just even being a gamer was not co-signed, right? Yeah. Okay, so I know you have a lot to pack up. I got one last question for you.
Great.
For people who are trying to get into cosplay, what would be your piece of advice? Because like I said, again, before off camera, I have a lot of friends who are trying to get into it, but it's either too much work or back to the judgment and whatnot. And so for those people who are flirting with it but haven't really done it, what would you say?
It's worth the flirt. It's worth the dance. It's a very fun environment. There's a lot of great people in this community. I would say, and I would really recommend and encourage to start with what we call a closet cosplay.
Yes.
This is very beginner friendly. You pick your favorite character that you love. Actually, what I'm doing right now is a perfect example. This is Ida from Owl House. She actually wears a very different outfit, but for the sake of what I was doing today and running around in comfort, I found an outfit in my own personal closet that I already owned. And I put it on because I figured she would wear this. If she was real now in this time, she'd wear this. And people do this all the time. We have Disney bounding, TikTok people who do what would, Mitsuri wear on a Tuesday kind of stuff. So it's already out there. It's very accessible. And a big thing is don't be afraid to try new things. It's going to be scary. You're going to fail. I'm a perfectionist. I've had my meltdowns. This is just a part of the lifestyle and a part of the culture. But And then, of course, always reach out to other people. I see a lot of people who get wrapped up that they have to do everything. Like, you have to be a seamstress, you have to make your own wigs, you have to have a 3D printer, you have to be great at painting, you have to be skilled, you have to be elegant on a stage. But the truth is, it takes a community.
Yeah.
I personally commission wig artists all the time because that's my fault. I hate styling wigs. I'm calling myself out here. But I love the added pizzazz that it adds to a character. So I will happily commission someone else who is good at that. Or we'll do trades. I'm a 3D print and armor specialist, so I'll say like, hey, can I make you a prop? Or can I print you some stuff and will you make me a wig? It's a community.
You do trades?
Oh, absolutely. I love trades. They're actually one of my favorite ways to interact and meet new people. I've had people make me wigs from like Mitsuri from Demon Slayer or Carmilla from Castlevania, and I made these people like props, or I gave them a kit so they could do it themselves. And it's a really cool experience to bond and be able to build friendships with other creators, because not everyone's going to be good at everything. Yes, there's some exceptions if you look at the celebrities of cosplay, but most of us are faking it. First of all, we look good on camera, but man, we're breaking down in the bathroom, don't worry. But it's really a community, and I cherish the friendships that I have here. And all my friends are amazing, and they support me. Like, I've got seamstress friends who tell me, it's like, I can't get this dress right. What am I doing wrong? And all my seamstress friends will be like, oh, try this. And then I do it, and it works. Communicate, ask questions, ask for advice. You may meet some toxic people. It's inevitable. Every crowd, every community has them. But there's really a beautiful family connection, because deep down, we all are those shy, awkward weebs that maybe got bullied for being different, and we all want to come together collectively to encourage, to boost up, to love. That's why I love judging. That's why I love coming to these conventions and having a table. It gives me an opportunity to give back to the community that really boosted me up when I thought I was a nobody, like I had no opportunity here. But this community really showed me that I could. So definitely embrace the community. They're great people.
And last thing for you is, if anyone wants to see how to get your artwork or cosplays, where should they find you on socials?
It's just GingerQuest cosplay, GingerQuest _. I love taking commissions. I love working with people. I love coaching and mentoring. It's a beautiful community that I try to make sure I keep what my knowledge and my accessibility as accessible and low cost as possible, if not just free. Honestly, I'll answer almost any question someone has to ask me.
So I know you have a lot to pack up. I appreciate it. That'll be it. Yeah. Have a good. Well, I guess it's over, but.
I'm going home to sleep for 3 days.
Okay. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.